Hello! Today we're going to learn how to use the combinatorial property of multiplication when simplifying algebraic expressions. In the previous lessons, we learned how to find like terms and add these terms. Thus, we simplified an algebraic expression. Today we are going to apply the combinatorial property of multiplication. What does this combinatorial property say? I write it down in letter form. If I need to multiply the product of two multipliers by a third multiplier, then in order to rationally multiply these numbers or expressions, I can combine them as I see fit. I can combine A with C. I find the product of those expressions and then multiply that by B, or I can combine the product of the multipliers B and C and multiply that by A. Along with this property, we can also apply the transpositional property. Well, what does the transposition property tell us? If I multiplying two expressions or numbers, I can multiply A by B, or I can multiply B by A. And in our combinatorial property, we've just applied the transpositional property. Because in this case, I've swapped out multiplier C and multiplier B. Why do we need to do that? If in algebraic expressions I see the following expression, 2 times 3a. If I need 2 times 3a's, I can multiply 2 times 3 and then multiply that product by a. What is the result? I multiply 2 times 3, that's 6, and then I multiply that by a. I want to draw your attention that when you work with algebraic expressions, the multiplication sign is not written down. In our case, you see 2 times 3a. There is no sign between the number 3 and the variable a. Sign. If no sign is written down, then it is a multiplication sign. So in my answer, I multiplied the numbers as I see fit. I multiplied 2 by 3 and added the letter a. If you see 2 or 3 letters in an expression, the rule of operations does not change. Let's say if I have the following product, 4a times 0.5 tenths of b. Well, what can I do in this case? I can rearrange the numbers and write this down. 4 multiplied by 0.5 times a and multiply by b. I can 4 multiply by 0.5 whole tenths, which is 2. The product of 4 and 0.5 is 2. And write down the letters AB. The resulting answer is 2AB. If you are working with algebraic expressions in which you need to find the product, you can use the transposition property. Move, rearrange numbers and letters accordingly. But in the answer, it's customary to write the quotient first, and then the letter part, alphabetizing the letters. Of course, it's not a mistake if you write down 2 times b and multiply by a, but there is a rule in math. First, write down the quotient, and then write down the letter part and arrange those letters alphabetically. Be careful. Next example, if you have multiplied and integers, 2t's multiplied by minus, a 4/16 of z, then in this case the rule does not change. Well, the only thing we must remember when multiplying two numbers is that when we multiply a positive number by a negative number, the product will be negative, and we rewrite the letters tk. 2 multiplied by minus 4/16 is a minus. Let's divide 2 and 16. Divided by 2. The result is 1 and 8. Minus 4/8 T's. But minus 4/8 we can also reduce and divide the numerator and denominator by 4. The result is minus 1, 2. TZ. That will be our answer. The rule that you and I have studied and applied in multiplication, addition, subtraction, division of integers or rational numbers doesn't change. The only thing you need to remember is that you need to write down the quotient in the first place and apply the combinatorial or transpositional property. In the next lesson, we will solve some more examples with you, where we will apply the combinatorial and transpositional properties. That's all for today. Goodbye. See you again.